We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. As always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Los Angeles taking the field, led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Steps away. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 64 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. This is caught. What a catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Running on first down, Eckler. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, not get free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. But the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Able to find Gray here. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. The Chiefs at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilient.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelce, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle with Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now on on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. Herbert. And he's got his big tight end here. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down.
Partner, took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ebron caught left side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Quickly, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Mahomes to throw once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Eluding the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A nice run on first down. Gets him 6 yards to the 31. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran.
Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And here now is Travis Kelce. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on it, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Week 11 in the NFL, and the playoff race is starting to take shape. We got a couple of good divisional matchups coming up in primetime this week. First tonight, the Bengals and Steelers from Heinz Field. And then tomorrow night, you and I on a plane after this one ends, going down to Mexico City in Estadio Azteca for the 49ers and Cardinals. And that is going to be a fascinating game to call and watch. And one of us almost missed it. I'll spare you the long story, but my passport was expired. But thanks to the expedited option, got it in time, and off we go down south. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. On the give, this is Eckler. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. Open man is Palmer. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Here's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have retaken a third-quarter lead. And this will be caught. As he'll convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw, being chased out left. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey with career touchdown number 75. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Herbert now. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages. Hopkins' kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Mahomes forced out to his left. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Mahomes will throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes. Finding Hardman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Mahomes to throw it. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. If I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. time a factor here late. He'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers down 21-17. A little over 30 seconds remaining. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is out.